the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. The losers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. But he won't quite make it to the 25. Colts ready to go to work here offensively, and it is Phillip Rivers, their veteran quarterback and longtime Charger, who will be under center.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss, and despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you're drafted well, scouting free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
At the 42-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First down. It's Hines, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Now look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly, but they're letting him know.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Point after here coming up.
For the extra point.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man, Ty Johnson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
To Aaron Jones.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
At the 38-yard
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, New York.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
Looking to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Complete to Aaron Jones. A gain of
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
First down carry by Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Johnson, the ball
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back, unsuccessfully.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Jets 3.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give them confidence and let them knock it through.
At their own
22nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll run on first down. Hines, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
on second down now. It's Hines. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
He was brought down by Patrick Onwuasor. That's a gain of 5. Brings up third
down. Hines. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
That's good.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. He's got Burton here. This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Gain of 9.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 93 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 34.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out that heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Davius White. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On second down and 4. Rivers. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
2-yard line.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yards you wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
No signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
He was brought down by
the 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 6.
Now Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Sometime in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This one from 46 yards out.
46-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. You could kind of hear our sponsors say, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they want to get those products out, but they want to stop that drive. Just weren't able to do so.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Complete to
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Second and inches at the 49-yard line.
This is Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And right side, caught, Hogan. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 44-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Now a pass complete to Hogan, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Jets.
First down. It's Jones. And this time they were ready for him as he'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play they got stumped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Bring it up. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Chris Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
First and 10 at the 46.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
Ball carrier. Devin McCourty on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 38, Rivers. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. Partner, he just surpassed 60,000 career passing yards. I remember when you and I were there when he hit 50, now 60. Where does this stop?
I don't know where it stops, but how did we even calculate this one, right? Long division? New math? Use an abacus?
I trusted you. You're smarter than I am.
My calculator shorted out on this one. 60,000 yards. Congratulations.
Man, has it been fun to track his career, and it continues. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there, and another 1st down.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the 1st round, but when he heard his name called in the 2nd round by the Indianapolis Colts, he had to be jumping up and down with excitement because of their big, strong, physical offensive line. And you put that with his downhill running style, and you've got a perfect combination, the perfect storm for a young guy coming into the league. 225 pounds, sub 4'4" at the combine. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to be a battering ram.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice play.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Colts have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, Exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained wins that can impose their will on the other team.
Blankenship out for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. That time a 9-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. New York ready to go again offensively. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Hines. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Don't do us like that.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it and brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hogan. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's the Jets punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And we take some time to spotlight T.Y. Hilton now. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
So far, just the single catch. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout for an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They run with Hines, and he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
2nd and 9 at the Colts' 44-yard line.
The gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
37-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Complete to Nahim.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. throwing again on second down. Rivers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down.
Again, it's Rivers.
To go.
The Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the
to throw again on second down. Rivers, this is caught. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw, Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. In the final seconds of the first half, and the Colts add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver run that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. Lead is up to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 30-24 was the final. From there, we head a little further north up to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Nick Foles with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And things didn't go so well as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. 31-28, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
On second down now. It's Jones. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hogan. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
But it's 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Phillip Rivers, he is the focal point of our player's spotlight now. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude. How's he projecting? Is he showing that the other team is getting to him? Is he showing his guys up front that he's upset, that he's angry? Or is he still encouraging? Because those guys, they've got to find a way to pick it up, and it always happens a little bit better if they felt the quarterback's on their side.
So far, 5 sacks against him.
1 yard.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
First down throw here for Rivers. The kicker here, it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. A good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Reception there by T.Y. Hilton. He absolutely terrifies defenses when he gets downfield. Speed, shiftiness, excellent hands. 5 1,000-yard seasons in his career.
Rivers pass.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Slay on the cover.
To the air again here, Rivers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
On the carry.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it with Jones. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
He was brought down by Tavon Wilson. An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
They'll go with the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Hogan there to make the grab. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Rodgers on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to the 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The first play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate, and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Around the draft in 2020 when the Colts traded their 13th overall pick for him. He absolutely solidifies their defensive front. Great interior pressure that they haven't been able to exhibit in recent seasons.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now the throw left sideline here is complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Nice pass rush there by Justin Houston, culminating in a sack. And the move to Indianapolis in 2019, absolutely rejuvenating. Plus, he changed positions from outside linebacker to defensive end and had his first double-digit sack season since 2014.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard off of the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Colts to take over, trying to erase the memory of last week when they dropped one to the Minnesota Vikings. They're in the driver's seat right now with the lead. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground with Hines. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they get him down. The Ford takes it across the 40-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Hines. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 43-yard line.
That's good for a Colts.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Taylor, the ball carrier. Blake Cashman on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rivers, Campbell making the catch. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30.
Remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
He was brought down by Marcus May. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On the delay, Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. DeForest Buckner. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he's going to go down again.
The quarterback sack. A loss of 7 yards.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does he?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Got an open man that time, man. They put a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Jets 17.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They enjoy this 4th quarter lead, starting out 1st and 10 now following the missed field goal. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete.
Rivers.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Aaron Jones.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Jets.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Room at the 30. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Room here to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. DeForest Buckner getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time,
protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Makes the score Colts 24, Jets 20.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really, the 4-minute offense is they're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
48-yard line.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He was brought down by Patrick on
And this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 43-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And Pascal's got it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's tackled.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
It's second and 8.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Down to the 25. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker.
Makes the score Colts 27, Jets 20.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So the Jets now down by 7, just over 1:40 to play. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. He's back to throw. The throw left side complete to Hogan. That catch good for only a couple. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. They'll drop this underneath for Jones. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a good play there for the Jets on third down. 44 yards.
We know.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket, and when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
Now the try here for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the touchdown at PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Well, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And we'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Colts take over at 1st and 10.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially in overtime when that can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
First down throw here for Rivers. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Rivers hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Lightning speed there from the safety, Devin McCourty on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez on for a very important punt here in overtime. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll go again to Jones. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A gain of 5. And the Jets first down.
They'll set up to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Jets.
This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. An extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw complete to Herndon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
First down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
New York.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. He's going to let this one go deep. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Complete to Chris Herndon.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Colts 22-yard line.
And this one incomplete to Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
And 4 yards to go.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now Jones. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
This will be caught at about the 5. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on fourth down. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
On second and 7, Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Backed up deep in their own territory. They were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
First down, Rivers. Caught left side by Hilton. Brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Offensively, back-to-back, really nice plays. This defense, they got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea to try to get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
Good catch there by Naheem Hines, and I think that he's probably popped on some Phillip Rivers tape and how he used Austin Eckler out of the backfield with the Chargers as a model for what he wants to do this season. He's had at least 40 catches in each of the last 2 years. He probably expects that number to rise.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship. This to win it in overtime. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And we will play on here in overtime. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. They'll look to throw now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it, that field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with.